Hello students and welcome to the world of biology. Today we are going to study about the transport of food and minerals in plants. The transport means that one thing is transported from one place to another, like the means of transport, train, truck and ship are transporting the things from one place to another. But here we are going to study about the transport of food and minerals in plants. Generally the nutrients and the water or carbon dioxide is taken in by the plants and the food is prepared by the process of photosynthesis, and the other things like the oxygen and some of the water or the waste material like gum is taken out from the plants. So here we will see how the transport system is working. In 7th standard, you have learnt about the tissues which are present in the plants as well as in the animals. The special tissues called as the conducting tissues, xylem and phloem, are useful in helping the transport of water, minerals and food. The transport system of the plant is also called as the vascular system or conducting system. The transport system is not found in some of the simple plants like Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra, but it is found in the well-developed plants, that is multicellular plants like Petunia, Vinca, mustard, balsam, mango, neem, etc. We will see about the xylem and the phloem tissues now. There are 4 types of xylem tissues, that is xylem vessels, xylem tracheids, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. The xylem vessels are thick-walled, non-living, long, tubular cells. They are acting like tubes as they have to transfer the water from one cell to another cell, and they are working against the force of gravity. They are working as the force called as the suction force, or when the molecules are attracted by each other, they are attached to each other, that is the cohesion, and through this process they are transporting the water from one cell to another. Other cells or other tissues are xylem tracheids. They are also non-living elongated cells with pointed ends, and along with the xylem vessels, tracheids are also transporting or conducting the water and minerals. Xylem fibers are thick-walled cells and provide the mechanical support. During the rain or heavy storm, they are protecting the plant to stand on their own places. That is why xylem fibers are giving the mechanical support. Now, xylem parenchyma. Whenever the word you will hear about parenchyma, keep it in your mind. This means storage of food, whether it is present in the xylem or it is present in the phloem. The xylem parenchyma or the phloem parenchyma, both are the living cells as well as they are performing the storage of the food. Then afterwards we will see about the phloem parenchyma, phloem vessels, conducting or companion cells and phloem fibers. Now phloem transport the organic food manufactured by leaves. You know children that the leaves are making the food in the form of glucose. So they are taking up the carbon dioxide, the chlorophyll is present and the chlorophyll is absorbing the light energy, as well as they are making the food with the help of water, and afterwards this food is prepared in the form of glucose, and after some days if that glucose is used and it is stored in the form of starch also. This food which is done or which is prepared in the form of glucose or starch is transported from leaves to other parts of the plant. Phloem vessels are called the sieve tubes. They are cylindrical, thin-walled living cells arranged end to end like xylem vessels, and sieve plates they are consisting of. The phloem vessels are transporting the food in the form of sugars, and which is synthesized in the mesophyll cells which are present in the leaves, and they are sending the food to all the parts of the plant. Now this is called as the conduction of food from source to sink. Companion cells are also helping the sieve tubes in loading and and unloading the food, and phloem fibers provide the mechanical strength same as the xylem fibers. Now the phloem parenchyma stores the food. I have already told you, whenever the word parenchyma we will see that the xylem or the phloem both are storing the food. Then we will talk about the transport of water and minerals. Which you are seeing is the figure of the leaf, internal structure of the leaf, where the water absorption is shown. Absorption of water and minerals by individual cells, that is from the soil by root hairs. When the root hairs are absorbing the water, it is a simple method. It can be absorbed through the process of osmosis, through the process of diffusion, as well as simply. Now we will see about the absorption of water and minerals in plants by root hairs. What is the reason that root hairs are absorbing a large amount of water? We will see here that what type of adaptations are present in the root hairs so that they can absorb the water. The first important thing is that the root hairs are having the semi-permeable membrane of unicellular root hair. Now semi-permeable membranes, have you seen the sieve from which we are filtering the things, or we can say filtering the tea? A simple example, just like that, the root hairs are having the semi-permeable membrane which filtrate only the water molecules as well as some of the important minerals to take in, and then they don't allow these water molecules and minerals to go out of the root hair. They are capturing them inside. In other words, we can say they are locking the nutrients and water molecules inside them. Then they are consisting of the cell sap, which is having the high salt concentration, so that the concentration is more and they are ready to absorb the surrounding soil water, so that more amount of soil water is held by the cell sap which is present in the root hairs. The root hairs are having the large vacuoles so that they can absorb much water. Vacuoles are only present in the plant cells, they are not present in the animal cells, and large vacuoles are keeping the water for longer time, as the plants cannot move from one place to another, so they have to store the water for longer time. That is why large vacuoles are present, and the root hairs provide a large surface area for absorption of water, so that longer for high amount or larger amount this surface area can absorb the water. So the four important things in the root hairs are: they are semi permeable, that is they lock the water molecules and the minerals inside and they don't let them go out. They are having the cell sap, that is higher salt concentration, so that they can absorb more amount of water from the surrounding soil. They are having large vacuoles to absorb the water, as well as they are having large surface area to absorb the water in greater amount. Now we will see one of the activities based on the absorption of the water. As you can see, figure number activity number 1, that is 4 test tubes are taken, test tube A, B, C and D. In first test tube A, we have to take only the colored water. In test tube B, we have to take the mark with the blue line and insert the twig inside the test tube along with the roots and put a drop of mustard oil in that. In test tube C, we have to take the water as well as we have to insert, or we have to uh, induce inside the plant as well as the roots along with it. Then in test tube D, very little water we have to take so that the roots will not be dipped inside. After some time, we will see that whatever observations we have to do is, when we will see in the test tube A, the water will be remaining unchanged. There will be no absorption of water, no loss of water, because the cork is fitted in the test tube A. So evaporation also will not take place. In test tube B, the water is absorbed by the plant, so the water level will be going down, but here the evaporation will not take place, so that because the mustard oil is introduced in that test tube and only the absorption by roots is taking place. In test tube C, you will see that the roots are absorbing the water, as well as it is evaporated out of the test tube, because we haven't put the mustard oil there to stop the evaporation. Then we will see the test tube D, as the roots are not reaching to the water is not evaporated, or it is not absorbed by the roots. It is a little bit evaporated, but there will be not more change. So this finishes the video for this time. Next time we will be seeing more about this chapter. Have a nice day and solve the question and answers which is given at the end of this video. Thank you very much.